Hi guys, so today I thought we would do something I have been wanting to do for a while, and that is talk about how to create a palette. So there's a lot of artist grade colours out there, and how do you actually create the palette that you're after? Let me just grab something. So I will be back to do the colour spotlight videos. I just haven't been able to get around to those yet. I want to do them justice and make them really nice. So but today I just thought we would quickly talk about palettes, and let me show you, because there's such a variety of colours out there, and the colours that you end up choosing will ultimately decide, how your artwork, comes together, and the mood you convey, the feeling that people feel when they see the artwork. So what am I looking for here? So these are just this is sort of a little swatch booklet that I have inside my traveler's notebook that I made, and there is a tutorial for this on my other channel, Heirloom Luxe. And so what I'm looking for here is, I got this Schmincke dot card in, I think it's actually free on Jackson's Art. And so this is your kind of basic palette. You've got, let's see, you've got, let's see if you can see, you've got your red, yellow and blue, and you've got a cool and a warm, a cool and a warm in each of those for the best sort of mixing variety. And then you've got a couple of greens, and then your neutrals. So I did some sort of mixing swatches there, but again, I couldn't get the colors exactly that I was looking for. And so for a lot of people, this is a pretty nice mixing palette, but I was looking for different things. So if you are looking just to create this type of a palette, there are a lot of these that you can actually buy. So I think Schmincke has one. That comes in like this tin. This tin I actually got with a gold palette, and I've since put handmade paints in there. But you can get, a palette like this, and then everything is kind of in there for you. But if you are looking to create different, for example, here's 3 browns. Schmincke holds a lot more browns than this, and I have some of the other ones, but you can see here, like Daniel Smith offers all these browns. And so if I hold these up, you can see the different granulating patterns, the different tones, and that will create completely different, ideas even in your painting. So let's look at this. Let's just look at this compared to this. So in my mind, this is the kind of palette that I'm looking for, and this actually took me 3 or 4 years to kind of find all these colors, condense everything how I wanted it into this palette. Let me see if I can so let me see if I can get the so you can see the Sugarlight there and the Fuchsite sparkling, and that is the kind of thing. And then you've got the Moonstone as well. Sorry about the shaking. And that is the kind of thing that I'm looking for in a palette. So, and we will go through here, and here's a little chart that I kind of did. Hopefully you can see. So here's the kind of variety that you can get, but we're going to go through today and sort of look at this and look at why I chose some of these colors over some others, and what they mix together to create. And so I think a couple of years ago maybe, I did my first kind of palette picks, and they're pretty similar. A lot of the same colors are in this palette versus this palette. I think I've refined it a little bit just based on what I'm using, and mixes like, for example, the manganese I can get by mixing the indigo and the cobalt. The ultramarine violet I can get by mixing these two. So I've put a couple of browns, some neutrals in there instead. So we're going to look at that today. And you can see a video like of all these swatches on my other channel. I think I'm kind of going to move everything over to here, but I will do a video and kind of talk you through these if you want, and some of the different colors. But for today, let's go into this. So this is a handbook journal watercolor book, and the last time, the last time we were here, we did some color swatches of some of these colors, and these are the colors in my palette. What we're gonna do, so this is for actually a video coming up, but what we're going to do is just swatch out these colors and get some mixes from them, and I'll tell you what these colors are. So what I've done is I've gone into my regular palette here, and I have pulled some of the colors out. So I took out the other colors, and I have put these ones in. And so we're going to work with that today, just so it's easier for me to mix them and to swatch them out for you. The first colour that we're going to talk about is indigo. So this is a colour I really like. This is a very, very deep, I'm hoping you can see here, I think. This is a very, very deep blue. It's a really pretty colour, and I really like this one. I like this. So every, paint brand does their own sort of variations on colours, and I really like the Daniel Smith version of the indigo. So then we have the cobalt turquoise, and this is a Schmincke paint, so I really like their version of the cobalt turquoise. It's not as grainy and granulating as the Daniel Smith one. It's really luxurious color, really. And so if we mix those two, I'm not sure if I should just swatch all the colors first or mix them as we go, but I think I'm just going to mix them as we go. So we can get something like a cobalt blue or an ultramarine blue. It's not exact, but you can mix them to get, varying sort of shades of blues there. And so, in your palette, in a limited palette, you might want to put a ultramarine blue or a cobalt blue in there. Okay, next is one of my favorites, and this is one of the first Daniel Smith colors that I ever got, and I still love it. This is fuchsite, and it's a color that actually has sparkles, so it's a really, really pretty green, mint green. And it's from the actual gemstone, the rock. So it's really, really lovely color. Let's do the, this is Daniel Smith green gold as well. So, and then let's go back, and we didn't mix these two. So if you mix the fuchsia and the so if you mix these two, you get a really gorgeous color there. If you mix the green gold and the fuchsia, you get a nice, like a lime green. The green gold's Daniel Smith as well. And then if you, here we have the lemon yellow. I can't even see if the circle's coming out wonky, sorry. So I should have just kept some of that. So I really like the Schmincke yellow, lemon yellow. It's slightly cooler than the other ones and just a really nice version of the colour. So let's mix that. Okay, and next we have, so so next, instead of an orange, I have this Jaune Brilliant number 2 by Holbein. I really like this. It's like an apricot colour. You could also use Naples yellow reddish. So actually let's just do a little swatch of each of those so you can see the differences. And I love the way this colour goes on. The colour is perfect, and then it kind of fades out to a bit of a browner colour. So you can see the difference here. That's Naples Yellow Reddish by Schmincke. This is Holbein Jaune Brilliant number 2. Okay, so let's mix these. I didn't really leave a lot of room there. Okay, next we have Opera Pink, which is one of my favourite, Opera Rose. I think this is the Schmincke one, and the Daniel Smith one, I have no preference. I like them both. It's a really nice colour. And this colour isn't light fast, which means, you know, over 20 years or 50 years in a sunny window, it could fade, but it's not something that stops me from using it. I mean, even couches, you know, you don't have a 100-year guarantee on, so I'm not, I think as far as selling art, you can make your buyers aware that it may not be a light fast colour, but and you know, to keep it out of windows, but other than that, I really love it. So then this is Mayan Red by Daniel Smith, and it's probably my favourite red. I really like it. It's a strawberry red. It has a really pretty granulating pattern. Let's mix some of these. Hope you can see this, guys. So Mayan Red, it's also quite a weak colour, but that doesn't stop me from using any of the colours. I enjoy, if I like the colour, I'm happy to work for, you know, the colour that I want. So this is like, makes a really nice sort of raspberry colour. And then we have Sugarlight. We have Sugarlight, which is a really, really nice purple. And again, it's a Daniel Smith from the actual semi-precious stone. let's get a couple of mixes going with this. Okay, so let's do mine red. Okay, so that is the Mayan red with it. And then this is, oh, this is the, where's indigo? I actually really love the indigo and Sugalite mix. It's really nice. So, might need a bit more of that in there. Oh. Okay, so that is your sort of basic color wheel, and then we also have the moonstone, which is a really nice soft grey with a sparkle. So I love using this for shading and mixing it with any of the colors, and you get something really pretty. So let's just go back here and look at, if we do the yellow with the Mayan red, what kind of orange here that we get. And so you see it's a pretty similar orange. If we do, what did we do here? Did I do that? I'm not sure. Let's do the pink with the, so you can see what a pretty color that is. So I must have, this must be Opera Rose with the lemon yellow, and this is Opera Rose with the Jaune Brilliant. Look how beautiful that color is. Really love that. And this is the reason why I love, and then you take that. So if you take the Opera Rose and then the Jaune Brilliant, and then if you take some sparkle, this is Rivervale Phantom Fire, I believe, and then you end up with, I'll actually take a close-up and show you this. So this will, so that is a really gorgeous color. So what else do we want to do here? So say we wanted to do a dark green. We don't have a dark green here, so let's try and make a dark green. So we have some indigo. Let's put a bit of green gold in, so we have a kind of a more of a deeper sort of towards an olive green. And to make this an olive green, you could add a little bit of brown in there to make that an olive, a bit more of an olive color. You can see there. But say we're trying to make a dark, let's just use this. Let's go back to here. So you can see here we can make a deeper green. So say we take some Opera Rose and some Cobalt Turquoise, and we can start to make some really nice colors here. So we have almost more of a lavender. We can get a like a cobalt violet here. So I really enjoy those colours for that reason. And you can get like neutrals as well. You can make things kind of more neutral, more skin tones. Add a bit of Sedona here. Oh, I completely missed the browns on the on the chart. So let's just go back here and we will just pop the browns here. So this is Sedona by Daniel Smith. I really love this one, and I love doing these with like Opera Rose. Where is it? I really like the colours that it makes with the pinks. And then this one here is Van Dyke Brown. Let's just put this one here. This is by Daniel Smith, and it's a really beautiful granulating sort of colour. And Schmincke's also got the sepia, which does like a similar thing to this, which is really nice. So you can see we can pretty much get, like, this is one of the colours that I really, if I couldn't get this colour, I would probably really want this in my palette, the Reiser Newton Cobalt Violet. Let's just look at, so let's pop this down here. And then let's look, this is the Reiser Newton Cobalt Violet. So, and you can get these colours pretty close to this if you kept, you know, going and mixing a little bit more purple in. And then you're also going to get a really nice sort of a deeper purple there as well. So this is a pretty versatile palette. You can see you can mix a wide range of things, and I suppose it's more based off the printer, the cyan, magenta and lemon yellow kind of triad, and that's the kind, I guess, that I gravitate towards. And then let me just show you here as well, this is the shell pink, which I usually like to have in, you know, I've kind of put the Jaune Brilliant in here because I think it's a bit more versatile in this palette, but I do love having, you know, I would really like having that in the palette as well. So see if you can see, this is what I'm seeing. But you can see here the beautiful, hopefully you can see. You can see here the mix, anything you mix with the fuchsia, it's going to get the same sparkles, which is really nice. And then the Sugarlight is sparkling, and anything you mix with that will get sparkles. So that is pretty much all for this video, I think, today. What I'm going to do is the next video, we are going to look at different versions of this little scene. So I'm going to look at a couple of different versions of this little scene with a couple of different palettes. So we'll use this Brights palette, and then we're also going to use, and then I created this handmade palette a couple of weeks ago, so we'll also use that and see, let me see if I can. So we'll also use this one. So we'll use this one and see the difference between these two palettes, and then also did a so here is like a palette just sort of using the Primatech range, or you know, things that are more earthy. So I wanted to see kind of what the difference would be in a palette where you're just using sort of those type of more earthy colors. So the next video we will look at, you know, what it's like when you use different colors and how they can affect your artwork. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.